Hi, it's Sean McCann from Stan James, welcome to a preview of the midweek sporting action. I look forward to the weekend in any way, but the big game of the tomorrow night is in Montevideo between Uruguay and Argentina. Argentina will qualify rather for the World Cup if they get at least a draw. If a draw will be fine if Ecuador don't win by 5 or more goals in Chile. They're hardly likely to do that, but will they get a draw? It's a massive ask. Martin Palermo, remember, he was the one who got the winning goal in the 93rd minute, but Diego Forlan got a penalty in the 93rd minute, and I just think Uruguay are going to edge this. Then you've got to decide, if that's the case, 11-8 Uruguay, 15-8 Argentina. Argentina will be out if Ecuador win in Chile. I mean, Chile have 30 points, they're through, but I don't know, will they have a great deal to play for? Will they want rivals Argentina out? Absolutely fascinating what's going on. England play earlier in the evening, 8 o'clock at Wembley against Belarus. 1-8 England, can't have them at that price. Would suggest that we can watch 1-8 shots win, I must say, and especially without Wayne Rooney and likely to be without Steven Gerrard. It's a good opportunity as well for those fringe players. They'll be playing. Peter Crouch, Carlton Cole, Gabby Agbon, whoever. They're 7-2 co-favourite to 3 to be first goal scorer. It would be Lampard probably for me, but I think a close encounter there, and maybe 1-0 or 2-0 England. Golf later in the week, we've got the Madrid Open, and we've got the Portuguese Open, and would you believe the Justin Timberlake Open? Jim Freoric's a 12-1 favourite. Check out stanjames.com for all your prices there. In the Portuguese Open, we've got Rory McIlroy's around a 12-1 favourite, with Padraig Harrington, Lee Westwood then, and Ross Fisher 22-1. But Fisher, I know he's won the European Open in time, and looking at this guy's been placed in a couple of major championships this year. He's 22-1, but there's just something about Ross at the moment, he doesn't get the deal done. But one of these days I think he's going to make a breakthrough, and he's going to be a real world-class player. X Factor, what can you make of that after this week? We've decided to have a market when will the Twins peak. I mean, if you saw them last weekend, they should have got thrown out. They didn't. They were quite appalling. But we have this mentality, the British public, we get a little bit mischievous. Remember John Sargent in Strictly, and I think the Twins will survive this week. They're 2-1 to be eliminated with Stan James, 11-4 to be eliminated week 3, 3-1 to be eliminated in week 4, and then 2-1 to go as far as week 5 or beyond. I don't think they'll probably get that far. I think Ricky will go with 7-2. I thought he was hopeless last week. I'm afraid I'm not really a fan of his. I think Rachel will survive. Rachel's a 5-2 shot. 2-1 for the Twins to go, but Ricky for me at 7-2. I think in the outright Lucy is 100-30. Daniel 7-2. I thought Daniel was excellent on Saturday night. It's obvious there is a bit of friction with him and the girls, and they think maybe he thinks he's already won, but I think he may in time. Looking ahead to the weekend, just quite briefly for the Champion Stakes, I want to bring this one up. We'll discuss the Dewhurst, and we'll discuss the Victor Chandler sponsored race later in the week, and go revisit the Champion Stakes. But at this stage, I just think Fame and Glory 6-4 with ourselves. I think he's got to be taken on. The ground is currently good. It's not fast yet, but there's no rain forecast. Whatever Michael Prosser does watering, it's going to be very difficult, I think, to keep it from fast ground. This horse, I know he ran well. He only beaten 5 lengths in the arc, but that was running on over 1.5 miles. He's never really struck me. Run the Irish Champion Stakes, that was on 1.25 miles. See the start just blew him away, and it's bad news today, I think, for the whole racing fraternity. But good luck to John Ox and connections of See the Stars, and he'll have quite an enjoyable retirement, I would suggest. The one I fancy, Sariska 7-2. I think she needs faster ground as well, softer ground rather as well. Moathik is the one for me. I backed 2 in the race. I backed Moathik. It's only 9-2 with Stan James. I think you can get bigger elsewhere. And the other one is Dr. Fremantle. I was taken with his defeat of Look Here last time. Look Here, of course, a classic winner, and I thought Dr. Fremantle got to her and picked her up quite easily at Newbury last time, and I think Dr. Fremantle 12-1 with Stan James and Moathik, we're only 9-2 about this. They're the ones at this stage. We'll be looking at the Dewhurst, and now Sheikh Mohammed has this morning, of course, bought Shabal from the Bulger yard. Jim Bulger looking for his 4th successive win in the race, But the big midweek sporting action is in Montevideo. Uruguay versus Argentina. The World Cup without Argentina? It is a possibility. Be lucky.